Hey guys, so I am of course packing and getting ready to move, and my mom is all on me to go ahead and pack some of the stuff in the pantry. And so I've got everything out, and I wanted to go ahead and have a little fun and show you what I currently have. And of course, this is just like pantry stuff. I have some stuff that is like in the refrigerator and some stuff that's even in the freezer, but I just figured that it would be a little fun to just show you what I currently have. So first up, we have edamame spaghetti, and this is actually from Costco. I had noticed that Costco had a lot of new things, and I was all about making sure to pause. I said pate. My bad. Yeah. Anyways, this has 24 grams of protein per serving, and it's very high in fiber. And the edamame pasta, why do I keep doing that? I don't know. But this is really good. I will say though, it's better to just make what you need rather than making like a ton to last you for like meal prep, because I just think this, like the texture of it just stays better if you only make what you need for like the night you're eating it and then maybe the next night, rather than trying to stay like a whole week, because I feel like it just gets dry if you let it sit and sit and sit. And so I think it just does better. I don't even eat anything else with it because of how much protein it has in it. Like, this is just enough for me. So I really like this. But I definitely would not like use this for like a meal prep. I would just choose to do this for like a night when I want pasta, or for a night when I just, don't want to do a lot of cooking, because it really only takes like 5 to 8 minutes, I believe. And so that's like super quick. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty if I'm correct, that's quicker. No, it says 3 to 5 minutes. And that's quicker than regular pasta. So I feel like that is like a nice, like quick meal if you need something like quick and just don't want to cook. So I like this, and I am excited to just go ahead and work on using this up, especially because like I feel like, especially in the beginning of my job, I am going to be trying to get used to everything and probably will want something quick. So next up from Costco, I have Banza pasta, and this is a chickpea pasta. I really, really love this brand, and they only had the rotini at Costco, but I never can find this brand in actual like stores. I don't know why. I just have never been able to find it, but I really love that it's chickpea based. I don't know why. I love chickpeas better than any other bean, but that is just me. And so this has 22 grams of protein and then 8 grams of fiber, and it says to cook for 7 to 9 minutes and to mix with like your favorite sauce. And so I feel like you can do a lot of things with this particular pasta. I mean, although I wasn't a big fan of the fact that it was rotini, but I feel like you can still I didn't care. I was just excited that I was able to find this pasta. So I'm I will just figure it out. I will try different things with it. Heck, maybe I'll even do spaghetti with it, right? So next, I have my dates. I am literally more than halfway through these because I eat dates every single day. But I just love them. I find a way to incorporate them every single day, whether it's in a smoothie or whether it's in oatmeal. I don't know why, but I've been getting super tired of oatmeal lately, or maybe I'm just feeling lazy. I have no idea. But I've been especially using them in smoothies. I always throw at least one in a smoothie, and I just really love them. This particular brand I've never heard of. It's called Organic Made in Nature, but I'm really love them, and so I was happy to find like a big bag of dates at Costco. But honestly, like, I am happy to just buy dates in a regular grocery store too, because that's how often I use them. But honestly, like, if I can, next time I go to Costco, or like next time like my parents go on a Costco trip, I definitely want them to get these for me again, because I really, love that, like, I have so many here. Like, I cannot believe I'm already more than halfway through these. But like, dates are just so good for fiber, and they're like really good for your body, and so I just love how, healthy they are and how good they can be for you. So that is the only other thing I have from Costco that is pantry staple is these crackers. And now this brand is not my favorite brand. They had like almost like a more rice cracker type flavor, and I definitely preferred that one. This one has sesame, amaranth, flax, chia, quinoa, and millet, and you can eat 14 as a serving. And I like them, but I just definitely like preferred the other flavor they had better. I mean, and I think that's okay. I mean, I definitely would say like the Trader Joe's rice crackers are probably my go-to, but Trader Joe's also, you only get like the small box, and so you have to buy like 3 of them to make you last, and you have to be really careful about how often you eat them. So I've been willing to kind of like accept that like a big box versus the little box goes a long way. I also like that these I can just use with hummus and for snacks, which is always awesome. So next, I have my vanilla protein powder, and this has chias and probiotics in it, and it's Bob's Red Mill, and I really love this stuff. I have been using it for like ever now. I had used a different protein powder, I believe it's like Organics protein powder, and I like that protein powder, but it just never really, like, it didn't stir in well to the actual smoothie, and that was why I didn't end up sticking with it. I just was like, I want something that's actually going to mix in well, and so I did my research, and this one was the one that I ended up finding that I really like. What surprises me is that like I'm involved in a lot of like vegan groups on Facebook just for whenever I like have questions about like where to eat, or like, what's the best meals to cook, or blah, 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 those sort of things. But a lot of people have not heard of that, and, or didn't even know that Bob's Red Mill cooked a vanilla protein powder. And I like love it. I think it's great. And I mean, you can do 2 scoops, like that's just serving size, and 2 scoops is 180 calories. But honestly, like, just 1 scoop goes a long way flavor-wise. And so I personally am just fine with like just doing 1 scoop. I mean, sometimes if I really want like my smoothie to have like a lot of protein, I will add the 2 scoops. But I find that like I'm perfectly fine with just doing 1 scoop most of the time, because I mean, you look at most of those like little scoop things, and they're pretty big. So I love it. I think it's great. So next, I have these soba noodles, and I got these at Kroger, and I don't know if any of you guys have heard of Cheap Lazy Vegan. She's another YouTuber, and she does a lot of like really simple and easy recipes. But Cheap Lazy Vegan does like a lot of recipes that are like, Asian dishes, or either just like that girl loves her tofu. But I mean, hey, that's her. I like tofu, but I don't eat it as much as she does. So that was where I got the idea to try these out, and I actually really enjoyed it. And so I am looking forward to trying some more recipes out with soba noodles. Now here's another Bob's Red Mill. I have found that I tend to find a lot of Bob's Red Mill products in the grocery store, so it just seems like really easy to go ahead and just go with that. Especially because one thing I forgot to mention about the vanilla protein powder is that like they're gluten-free, which like if I were to ever like just say like serve like make a smoothie for someone else too, like I know that a lot of people either choose to be gluten-free because they feel that it's going to help their health, or either they actually need to be gluten-free. So Bob's Red Mill products are all gluten-free. So, and I'm not affiliated with them. I just really like them. So that, just so you know. And so these are flax seeds. I don't use these as often, but a lot of times I'll like just maybe add some to like some avocado toast, or find a way to mix them in something. These are really good for like just like protein and potassium, and so they're super good for you as well. My like go-to thing though is chia seeds. As you can see, I'm very close to being out, and probably I'm gonna work on getting through this a little bit more before I buy more, but I definitely will probably need to go ahead and buy more soon. But chia seeds are my go-to. I love throwing them in smoothies. I love throwing them in oatmeal. They are like pretty much my like go-to thing. Chia seeds are good for calcium. They're good for like all those super healthy fiber. Chia seeds, they're just I love them. But they're just like one of those daily staples, kind of like dates for me. So I definitely like those. The top's getting a little dirty. But I've been eating a lot of green smoothies lately, and I'm guessing that it's probably because of that. My other Bob's Red Mill thing that this just seems to be the only nutritional yeast that seems to be in the grocery store lately is Bob's Red Mill nutritional yeast. And so this is the one that's open, but I also of course have one that's not open because I try to do my best to have a bag full of the things I think I might need, but at the same time I don't want to overpack, right? So nutritional yeast is basically like kind of like a cheese flavor for vegans and vegetarians, but like there of course are like plenty of vegan cheeses out there as well, like chow cheese and follow your heart cheese and tons of other ones too. But the nutritional yeast I really like throwing, like mixing in like different recipes. And so this is like a one that you can do like a cashew sauce with, and I've also even put it on popcorn. It's almost like a Parmesan popcorn type thing I like to do. I don't know. It's super good. I have found tons of ways to throw it in, and I mean it's a great way to get in like your B vitamins, and I mean you can add it to pretty much anything. So I mean, and I know like for tofu scramble, which is like a way that vegans and vegetarians may do, like choose to do like eggs, since we don't eat eggs. And so like you will usually mix like turmeric and some nutritional yeast, and it actually tastes pretty good. I was never a big eggs person to begin with, so it's like that's not something I make a lot, but it is good when I do eat it. So yeah, I have a lot of it, but it's because it's called for in a lot of recipes. But here's a fun one. So my aunt got me some jasmine green tea. I mean, it says jasmine blossom green, which I don't know what the difference is. I haven't tried it yet because one of my like goals was to save it until I go ahead and am officially moved in because I want to save it until then. So I've just been kind of using tea bags and using stuff like that and trying to use some of that stuff up because I really wanted to wait and save this, especially because she got me a pound of this. And I've never heard of this brand, so I have no idea whether this brand is like any good. I mean, I don't love that it comes in a plastic bag, but I do like that, you know, I love jasmine green tea. That is like my go-to tea in the morning. Now, don't get me wrong, I love coffee, but I have had to teach myself to just not drink it as often because if I get hooked on it, I can drink like 4 cups a day. So, yeah, it's just much healthier for me and just my mental health if I just stick to drinking my jasmine green tea. So, I am excited to try this. But I also have a couple of those like traditional medicinals, and this one is ginger aid, which these are like really good for digestive wellness. And this one is also good for like it's a probiotic and it's good for like healthy digestion as well. And so that one's peppermint. And I have a like green tea over where my mom's coffee is by Twinings, and I've been just drinking that in the morning while I've been kind of like waiting for trying to just use that up because obviously, my goal and like whatever is left, I'm just going to leave here because I don't want to have to end up, I just would rather like be able to leave my loose leaf tea at my apartment, and then like anytime I like come to visit, I just use up the tea bag. So next I have the old-fashioned oats. Old-fashioned oats I don't really like for in the morning. I personally feel like they're really good for if I want to make like say pancakes or make some sort of recipe, like cookies or something like that. I like them more for baking and cooking rather than actual like oatmeal. I just don't like the texture as much. My go-to for actual texture and like oatmeal is steel cut oats. These are actually from Wegmans. So I have a couple of rices that I'm the only one who really eats rice in this house. So I went ahead and grabbed the rice that I know is mine. And so this is long grain and wild. And this is the rice that I was gonna use for a recipe, and then I like just completely like decided I wanted to go a different route. But I love wild rice, so I'm like, I'll definitely find a way to use it, even if I just like decide to just have it like with lunch one day. I will use it somehow, some way, because rice is always a staple for vegans. We love our grains. We have to eat them. I mean, they're important for our bodies. So, and then this, of course, is long grain and jasmine rice. Jasmine rice is so good. If you ever want to do like, jasmine rice is so good if you do like coconut milk mixed with jasmine rice and then do like vegetables on top and like, some tofu. Oh, it is the bomb. So, yes, I love jasmine rice. But then, the last thing, and I will have to check and make sure my mom's okay with me taking it, but I'm sure she is. I just felt like this was something that would make sense for me to go ahead and take. It's blue acai. This is actually super good. Acai oil, acai is just something that is like super good for like vegans to have on hand. It's like, or even vegetarians. It's just like something that's like good for us to have on hand, because we can always put it in like drinks that like, whether it's coffee or whether it's some sort of like sweetener, and like bacon, they're definitely something that are great for, I mean, heck, you could probably even use it in place of maple syrup. It is definitely something I like. And so this is the first of many videos, and I will definitely, when I clean out my freezer, I will hopefully try to get a video of that. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and let me know if you want to see more. And I am so excited to be like moving out on my own, especially because I feel like it'll give me the opportunity to like be able to have more ways to like have videos for you guys. And just let me know what you want to see, and let me know what you would be interested to learn more about. Bye!